Hello, welcome to Growing Crazy with Jeanette. Today we're just going to talk about transplanting spider plants and a couple of other plants that I have, a bonsai ficus and a friendship plant, and we repotted them, so we're going to talk about them and visit them and see how they're doing. So here's how they're growing. Here we go. Hello, welcome to another episode of Growing Crazy with Jeanette. I'm Jeanette, and I'm crazy. So we're going to have fun today. We're just going to look around and see how everyone's doing because I repotted 3 spider plants and my snake plant and my friendship plant. They all got repotted. So, and my ficus, one of my ficus bonsai, my Scotty P. Anyway, we're going to see how everyone's doing, and I'll show you what I did. Here we go. Okay, so first things first, Josephine was repotted. My snake plant right here. She was put in a self-watering container. These are great because water stays in the bottom. If you want it to. Water stays in the bottom, but the plant is raised up, so it's not sitting in the water, but it can get to it if it needs to. So she looks a lot better. Her soil is a lot nicer now. She's not looking so pitted, and it was looking kind of rough. She'll be a lot happier now and possibly have some new growth because this snake plant never really grows. She just kind of stays the same. So I can see how this is 50 years, more than 50 years old, because it takes so long to grow. That alone, and I can see the time invested in it. We do have some new growth right here. There's a couple of new little leaves coming out. You can see them right there. And then here, these are new also. Down in the center here, you can see there's a couple leaves starting in the center. Anyway. My pin oak, Wyatt, is still stuck, not doing anything. He is stunted. No new growth, no new little leaves coming out, nothing yet. He's just stuck there. But Hadley is doing well. His brother pin oak, he's growing rather well. He's got new leaves, and he looks very, very happy. So that's good. We even got little jewelry by him. He's styling. This is Ariel, my biggest air plant, and she actually has some new growth on her, so she's nice and bright and green. And I haven't even watered her yet today. But there you go. Then this is Eve. She got repotted into a much bigger pot. She looks kind of ramshackled right now and not really very pretty. She's kind of rough. She's got to perk up a little from her new surroundings. General Casement also got a new pot because he was outgrowing his pot, so he needed to be switched and put into a bigger one. So there we go. And Esme is doing well. Let's see if she needs some water. A little bit. Not too much. Then over here we've got Osie. Osie decided to... This is nature. This is amazing to me. I cut off all of these little spiderette things coming off of her because the dogs like to sit at this window and look out the window. So these were getting in their way. So I cut them all off. But now, all of them seem to be growing little spiderets again on the shorter branches. So it's amazing how life finds a way. So we've got all these little tiny flowers and little baby spider plants coming out where I cut it off. That's just fantastic. And then I had to move my fern and my jade plant. I had to switch them. This is Whisper. She looks really good. I put her in the sun a couple days ago, and she's really loving it. She's very happy. She looks very green, and she's reaching all her branches up towards the skylight. Yeah. Leanna is happy here, too. She's getting more light here. And she's neat. She's got a little statue in her. And little Christmas lights everywhere. Yay. And then this is Zewataneo. There's the name. Zewataneo. And there's the plant. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a succulent. And I have a big one of it right here. Kaya. It begins with a C. I can't remember the name of this plant. I'll get it to you in the comments or something. But anyway, Odysseus, my big fern. My big boy, Odysseus. He had to be moved to the corner because he was getting too much sun and he started to get discoloration on his fronds. I had to trim off the frond that was damaged and put him here in the corner, kind of like a bad fern. Get in the corner. So yeah, he's happy. He's got a little baby coming off him. And he's got a lot of new growth coming off. So he's happy. Yay. And this is little baby Oso, who's a baby staghorn fern. And he's doing well. And then I had to repot Lily that is not a lily. Lily that is not a lily. Who is a friendship plant from my friend Elise. And she looks fantastic. She looks really good in this new pot. She needed a little more room to spread out her legs. And here she is. And then Bessie and Sigsbee have new growth coming out. Look at all these guys. These little crazy looking things. They don't look quite like the zigzag cactus that they are going to be. But I guess that's what it starts out as. These little sticks coming off it. Interesting. This is Phyllis. My ivy. I haven't killed her yet. Good. There's Iggy, my aloe vera. And here are my other air plants. Jinju and Lilu. And they're very, very well. Uneventful. We like it that way. Then Scotty P had to get repotted. He has raised roots. You can see through his roots, which is really neat. So he had to be potted carefully. And I even have a crystal in his pot, which is nice. But he's got lights. Let me light him up. There. Now he looks pretty. He has his lights on. Yeah, he just got repotted, so he looks good. And then we've got new growth coming off of Una. We've got a brand new leaf right here forming, and a whole new one right here where my thumb was. Do you see it? And then another one right here. She's got a big branch coming in the bottom. Right down here. See that right there? You can see there's a baby branch coming in right there. That's good. And then we have lots of new growth on my other ficus, my younger one, Oscar. So he's happy and doing well. Then Aja is happy, of course, because she's always doing well. This plant is great. Peperonium. Peperomia is the name of it. Kind of like pepperoni, but not. And then this is Florence, my little ficus bonsai, pre-bonsai. It's a baby with her moss base. She's going to be interesting to watch grow because a ficus has these giant wide roots like this. So it's going to be interesting to see this grow into that. That's going to be fascinating. Then we've got Guinevere here, my Moses in a cradle, and she's really taking off. She's got a lot of life in her. She came from my friends Carol and Jim. These are Lorelei and Dickie Tim, my shamrocks. And this is Zara. And this is Seji, my other spider plants. So that's everybody down here. Oh yeah, and then I turned this into a water plant. This was Suki. She was one of my plants. And I turned her into a water plant. I trimmed down her roots and stuck her in a glass with some pebbles, glass marbles, and she looks good. Looks really nice. I like the way it turned out. And then we've got Isla and Taja. Then Noah here is doing really, really well. He's happy. These are 3 Forsythia, who I'm going to give some oxygen to right now because she's been in a CO2 tent, all 3 of them. But they all 3 have brand new growth on them, which you can see if my camera will zoom in a little bit here. There we go, that's better. Yeah, they've got new growth coming out of all 3 Forsythia. So we're going to have 3 new babies, which is good because I have a tree stump out front, and I'm going to plant 1 on either side of it so that it takes over and we don't have a tree stump anymore. We have Forsythia instead, see? And then one of them can be a bonsai. So it's all good. It all works out. And then up here we have a little ficus growing for my friend Jody. Oops. Fern getting in the way. But yes, there's a little ficus in a jar that's rooting for my friend. And then there's me. So I'm glad you came, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell your friends about me, and anytime you want to come back and see me, please do. Okay, have a good day. Hope you have a nice one. Love ya. Bye.